Hello and welcome to
Stupid Console Peasant Quotes.
I am Recoil from Recoil Gaming Exploits, otherwise known as RGE, and I am here to help out Top Hats and Champagne, who can't be here today because he's moving to another country currently, so he doesn't really have access to the internet. So I'm hopefully going to fill his shoes. I hope it goes well. I really do. Actually kind of nervous. I've never done anything like this before. All these quotes were taken from various comment sections around YouTube. So, without further ado, the first peasant, please.
PC fanboys, shut up. The PC is more expensive. You get viruses. Consoles came first. Controllers are better to use. The A keyboard and mouse.
I assume that's supposed to mean then, a keyboard and mouse.
Consoles are cheaper. People can hack your PC. PC takes forever to load a server. Get a Mac instead of a PC. You are not a master race.
Okay, right. Where to start with this guy? Calm. Just be professional for once in your life, Recoil. Let's do this, come on, we can do this. The PC is more expensive, so all PC gamers must be rich then. Excuse me, I'm just going to go dive into my vault of money and swim around in my $100 bills because I have so much money and I'm so rich and so much better than you. What a lot of people don't take into account is further expense after the purchase. So, the one thing people don't think of, obviously I can quote, oh yeah, you have to pay for your online. So if you want to play games online, you have to pay for a yearly subscription. I know, I've done it for years. I wish I hadn't at this point. But it's not only that. When you get a console game at launch, it is always, without fail, $60 or £50, depending on where you are in the world. Now, I use a website, and there are various websites like it, where you can actually get games cheaper than Steam, even, sometimes. And that's not even including the Steam sales, it's just at launch. I got Alien Isolation and Shadow of Mordor on launch day for 45% off on launch. So, you take that up over every launch title that comes along, that extra 45% off starts adding up. So, PCs being more expensive, maybe not the case. Consoles came first. This is like the chicken and the egg. I'm pretty sure the man that invented computers, like the world's first computer, which took up an entire warehouse, didn't come out and say it was a Atari 2600. Controls are better to use than a keyboard and mouse. That is all down to preference. I will give you that. If you like controllers, fine. On certain games, you need the precision of a mouse, which is why certain games like RTS games, real-time strategy, turn-based strategy, RPGs, MOBAs and MMOs, and various other genres all work better on a PC, which is why we don't see those games on consoles anymore. People can hack your PC. How many times have you honestly been hacked in your life? PC takes forever to load a server. Okay, so apparently it takes forever to load a server on a PC. What do you think you're connecting to on a console? When you play Battlefield and you're looking at all those lobbies, they're all servers. It's all dependent on your internet connection, not the hardware in that case. Faster your internet connection, the faster the connection to the server. Get a Mac instead of a PC. That defies the point. How is a Mac even relevant to your argument? How? It doesn't play games. I mean, you get a few games for the Mac, granted, but it's nothing compared to the well over 3,000 odd games available on Steam alone. Let alone you got GOG, Green Man Gaming, Origin, Uplay, all the other distribution services that provide games for the PC. Plus you got all the indie titles that are setting off their own websites now. Mac doesn't really do gaming. You're better off using it as a mouse pad. It's good for a lot of things, but not gaming. You are not a master race. Well, coming from someone that has such flawed points of view from where I'm sitting, I think I'm entitled to say that glorious PC master race! The context for this next comment is to do with PC and console prices again!
You're still gonna wanna get your favourite AAA titles for $60 when they come out. Plus, with PC, I tend to find it hard to find friends to place. Whereas on Xbox, it's easy. You just call up some friends and get gaming instantly.
What do you think we do? I will show you. I will show you what we do to get into a game.
Yeah! PC gaming is ass! Games are horrendous, and the only ones aren't are...
What? Let me just back up.
The only ones aren't are.
Even Top Hats and Champagne would know that that sentence has so many things wrong with it. Just try and power through this.
The only ones aren't are also released on console.
I don't actually understand what you're trying to say. I really don't.
Not trying to spend $300 plus on a GPU every 2 years to remain competitive with consoles, along with a $100 keyboard, $80 mouse that will last me 3 to 4 years, replacing the motherboard every console cycle costing $200 to $300 plus, power supply replacement every 5 years costing $80 to $120 plus, constant maintenance of your PC every month. Many other things I neglected to mention. In the long term, it depends on what kind of games you're into. PC games lack the intensity of what a true gamer needs.
Yes, Commander.
This is going to take some doing. So according to this guy, you would have to spend $100 on a keyboard, $80 on a mouse, and replace those every 3 to 4 years. Now, my mouse cost around £25, my keyboard cost around £35, and my headset cost around £25. I got all of my input devices for less than the price of one of this guy's keyboards. There seems to be a general consensus around the console peasant realm that when you buy a graphics card, you have to replace it once every few months, or once every few weeks, or once every few years. It depends on what console peasant you talk to. They all have a different opinion on how long a piece of PC hardware actually lasts. One thing that I know about hardware is that, say if I buy a graphics card that's better than the current generation of consoles. Now, that generation of consoles, that's going to last 8 years. And that graphics card, that's not going to last more than a couple of years, and I'm going to have to replace it just to keep up with the consoles. Something that console peasants constantly say in every debate is not the case at all. The hardware doesn't magically degrade over time, and at the same time, it doesn't magically improve over time. Consoles don't get better as they go down the generation gap. As they proceed through their lifespan, they don't improve. The hardware stays the same. It's just that in the past, developers managed to optimize their games better and squeeze just a little bit more graphical clarity out of the consoles. That's all it was. At the same time, PC hardware doesn't randomly degrade for no reason. That doesn't happen. They're both static. The amount of power they have is static, unless you start going to overclocking, but that's an argument for another time. So, if I get a graphics card at the start of this gen, which I personally have, that graphics card is currently, and will always be, more powerful than the PlayStation 4 graphics card. So, if the PlayStation 4 has a console lifespan of 8 years, and I'm using my graphics card for the entirety of that 8 years, my graphics card is going to be beating the PlayStation 4 right up until the end of its lifespan. That is just a simple fact. I don't understand where console peasants get this idea that, well, we need to keep up with the console's randomly evolving hardware that just seems to do some kind of wizardry console magic in that little box that it has. Does the magic upgrade fairy come along at night and just randomly go, oh, have a new graphics card and CPU and RAM? No, it doesn't. It just sits there collecting dust inside its box unless you clean it once in a while. That is all that happens with that box. Nothing gets better, nothing gets worse. Just the skills of how they create and develop the games for the hardware. That is the only thing that may improve. If I wanted, a couple of years down the line, I could change my graphics card. I could upgrade it, but it wouldn't be to keep up with the consoles. It may be to compete with PC games. See, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One generation was actually achievable, well, when Crysis 3 came out. Some would argue that Crysis 3 on the PC has far greater graphical fidelity than anything that's currently on the next-gen consoles. So, PC gamers have been playing the current gen of consoles, or better than the current gen of consoles, before the current gen even started. And I'm just going to leave you to think about that. PC games lack the intensity a true gamer needs. Once again, a perfect example of a console peasant that is completely unaware of the sheer plethora of PC exclusives that are coming out at almost a weekly basis, at the minimum, and that the poor console peasants will never see and never be able to experience. There's everything from a fast, intense, in-your-face, heart-wrenching, heart-pounding experience, whether it be a single-player experience to a fully multiplayer experience like Insurgency or Counter-Strike. You've got all the way down to Civ 5, which is a solo-play strategic game, which requires me to use my brain in ways that I haven't for many, many years as a gamer. And you got everything in between, from Minecraft to MOBAs to simulators. War Thunder can be played anywhere from an arcade setting all the way up to a full-on flight sim setting. So I can go in there and play it as if I'm playing Star Fox on the SNES, and then go all the way up to a full-on flight simulator where I'm having to land the plane to refuel mid-battle. To say that PC gaming is lacking somewhere on choice of games in sheer variety of intensity levels to genres is just insane. All you have to do is go on Steam for literally 5 minutes and you just see the whole front page with so many different games on it. So many different styles of game. Anywhere from box standard indie 2D minimalistic games all the way to the biggest fully 3D rendered particle effects, lighting effects, explosions in your face, utter action fests. It's just a 5-minute search, guys. Doesn't take long.
PC is for neckbeard, cargo shorts wearing, grilled cheese eating, Pontiac Fiero driving, fedora wearing hat nerds who play Warcraft and Minecraft and anything with craft in it 24/7.
If you can go without sleep for your entire life, then you must be insane. I love sleep. 24/7 is an impossibility for me. As for fedoras, I don't wear. These are not shorts. I'm not wearing shorts. To be fair, I do have a beard going on. I'll give you the beard. I have been lazy. I haven't shaved. I do look a bit like Bolus right now, I must admit. It's a very bad accent. I'm sorry about this. And honestly, I don't play Warcraft or Minecraft, so just like stereotyping people, pigeonholing people, that is a very strange thing to do, I've always found. Because, I mean, I don't play Warcraft or Minecraft. I don't wear cargo shorts, and I definitely don't have a fedora hat, and I don't even drive. Granted, I've got a beard. But, I mean, I could say the same thing for console players. I could turn around and say that you're all dude bros that wear trendy clothes and play nothing but Call of Duty and FIFA. And this brings us to the end of yet another
Stupid console peasant quotes!
I must say that I'm a fan of Top Hats and Champagne, so to do this episode for him I felt was an incredible honour. And I hope I've done a good job. I really, really do. Obviously, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you feel that you need to express something a little bit more complex than that, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. If anything, it might give Top Hats and Champagne a nice bit of ammunition for a future episode. Check out the other Stupid Console Peasant Quotes videos done by Top Hats and Champagne, because I'm sure he does a far better job than I do. He's a greater man than I when it comes to the PC realm. I am but a noob, but I tried my best. And if you'd care to check out my channel, I'm sure there'll be a link in the description below. I generally do gaming rumours, news, and silly videos where I try and brave my way into the PC realm as a noob, because I've only been at this for a very short time in a way on PC. And yeah, a lot of things are new to me and I'm just trying to figure it all out. And as always, thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.